Okay, so what me and Ryan are creating is a current news club, and we also created it with two other members from Perry High School, along with our teacher mentor. So our driving question was how can we incorporate students' perspective and how can we use it, their perspective of current news in changing their community and their future. So our goals for this presentation is that we wanted to educate students about current world news. We wanted them to make projects that they're interested in, so like writing articles and making videos. And then we were going to publish those videos onto PNN, which is the Perry News website that they have for their school, but it focuses mainly on their news in their town, but we wanted to cover on world news. And then we're also creating a club website where we can post the videos and the articles. And one of the major things for this club is we want to show the current news through student perspective. So it's not just repetitive in what we see commonly on the news. And we're also creating a Instagram and Twitter account about what, like when meetings are going to be and when things are going to be published. So we ended up creating a current news club, and with that, so the first meetings, it's going to be on January 14th. And the meetings are going to be held every Tuesday and Thursday during ICE. And for the website, we also created that and the social media accounts, and they're all at Current News Club. So what we've done, we created the Current News Club, and we did the website, and we are making a video that's going to be published on PNN for advertising the club. And then we published flyers that we hung up in the Perry classroom, and there's also going to be afternoon announcements. And to make it easier, like to make the website easier and for the students to be able to come to it, it's going to be linked on the Perry High School website. And there's also going to be a calendar schedule for the PNN videos that we're shooting. So for the website here, there is an article that one of our team members, Brooke, wrote, and it has our social media links and email on the side, and anyone can join basically. And then there's meeting times, and there's a CNN student news feed. And then these are the advertisements that we made that features our current news club logo. So the importance of the club is we feel like students in Perry High School are unaware of these current events, so we wanted them to be more worldly and like have that experience and easily acceptable. So and we also wanted to show it through a student's perspective so they can understand it, and it's not just like boring news on the TV. And we also want to make it like positive, so it's not, because not all news is positive, but even if it's negative news, we want to give it a positive look to it. So and we also want to see other students' thoughts, how they interpret these different news stories. And then we also want them to comment on the website and our videos to see what they think. So Ryan's going to take over from here and talk about our struggles.
Okay, so we had a lot of struggles when we were doing this project. The biggest struggle of all was finding a time where we could all communicate with each other and get together to meet. There were many last-minute cancellations of our meetings because we all had last-minute things that we had to get done too. So it was very stressful for us sometimes to be able to meet. Another big struggle we had was finding a club director. At first, we couldn't find a club director, and even if we tried asking some adults, they either didn't have time or they didn't like our idea very much. Another big struggle we had was time management. It was hard. We all live very busy lives, and it's hard to find time to get everything done that we need to get done every day. One last struggle we had was our number of participants. Based on the other groups, we are a relatively small group, and that made everything a lot harder for us in getting everything done. We were very successful, though, with figuring out how to organize a website and writing articles for that website to be published to see how the website looks. When we were struggling we had struggles with communications, but we were very successful with figuring out how to communicate with each other to be able to get everything done, I guess. figured out how to communicate by just setting a designated time and place to meet every week, and also by texting each other instead of using just Google Hangouts to talk to each other. Once we got closer as a group and got to know each other a little better, we were able to help each other and get our work done more efficiently as time went on. We have asked several students at Perry to see the interest in the club, and there seems to be many students interested in joining a current news club at Perry. As the club gets started and kids tell their friends about it and get excited about it, the club will grow. We've also gained popularity by me replying to student emails and from the student email account, and we also expect popularity to grow as segments are released on PNN, however often they're released, because people want to be part of PNN. By the end of the next semester, we want to have a successful club with lots of students involved in the club. Next year, we want to try to have the club turned into a class where students can learn about current news. We want to have a popular website and publish weekly articles and videos on that website for everyone to see. We want to have possible debates on the articles, either in the article themselves or in the comment section of the articles. That way students can give their opinions about how they feel about current world news. And one last goal we have for the long term is to have people outside of Perry reading and commenting on the articles that the students write. We want students and parents and other people who just want to know about current world news reading our website. The Alpha Project for us has been a pretty crazy experience. There's been a lot of crazy things that happen, but we learned a lot about communicating efficiently over long distances and talking to teachers and other leaders that we have to talk to. We learned how to better manage our time and get work done more effectively. And we learned a lot about how things are happening around the world and how to write a news article and how to manage a website and so much more. It was a huge learning experience for all of us.
So that is our presentation. Thank you very much, Ryan.